Welcome to DC Trending News, the leading news channel about world political events. Today's news: Russia is getting more and more into trouble as Moscow fails to attract new troops. Russia is moving much slower than expected in Ukraine and is getting more and more into trouble as a result, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has said. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen told CNN she would not bet on Russia at all, and that Ukraine would win the conflict, because its soldiers know what they are fighting for. Ms. von der Leyen said Russian troops saw no point in the war and Putin was therefore struggling to recruit more troops. This came at a time when Ukrainian forces were recapturing the key Black Sea territory of Snake Island, which Russia had overrun on the first day of its invasion on the 24th of February. So Russia is getting more and more into trouble. Even in terms of recruitment, supplies, and delivery from the hinterland, I wouldn't put my faith in Russia, he said. Quite the opposite. There is a very important point here: the Ukrainians know what they are fighting for, they are motivated. The Russian troops have no idea what they are fighting for because they see no point in this war. That's why there is a big difference between the two forces. It was revealed today that Russian forces have withdrawn from Ukraine's Snake Island, a strategic outpost in the Black Sea. The reports were confirmed by the Russian Defense Ministry and the Ukrainian President's office. Snake Island, occupied by Russia on the first day of its invasion, gained notoriety when Ukrainian border guards stationed there rejected a Russian warship's demand for their surrender. Andriy Yermak, head of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's office, wrote on Twitter today, "Kaboom! No more Russian troops on Snake Island. Our forces did a great job." The Russian Defense Ministry confirmed the withdrawal of Russian troops from Snake Island, calling it a gesture of goodwill and saying the troops had carried out their assigned tasks. The Russian ministry added that the withdrawal showed that Russia was not obstructing UN efforts to establish a humanitarian corridor for the export of agricultural products from Ukraine. The Ukrainian military command in the south of the country wrote on Facebook that Russian forces had been evacuated in 2 boats after an operation that also involved missile and artillery units. Zelensky's chief of staff, Yermak, said Ukrainian forces had driven Russian troops from the island and described Russia's claim that the withdrawal was done out of goodwill as untrue. He repeated Ukrainian accusations that Russia was provoking a global food crisis by blockading Ukrainian ports and targeting storage facilities. However, the Russian Defense Ministry said on Thursday its forces had destroyed a Ukrainian military control center near the city of Dnipro in a missile attack on Tuesday. As in other regions of Ukraine, Russian shelling of the central city of Dnipro and the surrounding region of Dnipropetrovsk has increased in recent days, as Russian forces spread across southern and eastern Ukraine to control the Donbas region. Putin's forces are using the shelling from afar to make territorial claims. The town of Severodonetsk fell last week after relentless Russian attacks wiped out the area.